Hey champion guitar players, today I teach you how to create killer guitar licks and solos using the Phrygian Dominant scale, which is also known as the fifth mode of harmonic minor. Hi, I'm Tom Hess, and if you love that cool, dark, neoclassical sound, if you like players like Yngwie and Jason Becker and Joe Stump, we're about to have a lot of fun together, so grab your guitar and let's get started. All right, so before we get into some really cool neoclassical-like licks, I'm going to show you something that's really good to help develop your phrasing and your improvising so you can learn to create really cool stuff using the Phrygian Dominant scale and harmonic minor. It's really cool stuff. So what I'm going to do in just a moment, I'm going to put on the screen 4 groups of 3 notes. And with those 3 notes, we're going to improvise phrases using our ear and trying to express something really cool over this backing track. All right, so for now, let's just try measure number 1. We're on the first string, frets 4, 5, and 8, and the notes are G sharp, A, and B, as in boy, B sharp. Check it out. Here's how it sounds over the track. All right, so now we'll continue the track, and this time we'll go to the second group of 3 notes. So we're on string 2, notes 4, 5, and 7, or frets 4, 5, and 7, and these notes are D sharp, E, and F sharp. Now you can do whatever you want. I'm just goofing around improvising here, and that's what I would like you to do. So there's no lick for you to copy on this particular example. We'll get to some more cool licks later. But right now, just listen to the track and try to improvise. So I'll demonstrate, and then I'll shut up. I'll stop playing. I'll stop talking. I'll let the track play, and then you can try what we've done so far. All right? So here comes the track. A little demonstration here on the second string. Now it's your turn. All right, so now let's go to the third string. And by the way, all of this is in Phrygian Dominant. The root is G sharp. Or you can think of it as C sharp harmonic minor, mode number 5. But right now, let's just check out these examples here. So we're still on the same example. We're going to look at the third group of 3 notes. So we're on the G string, frets 5, 6, and 8. So we have the notes B sharp. Now if you're thinking, wait a minute, isn't that just C? Well, not really, not in this key. It wouldn't be called C. Why would we not call it C? Because we have C sharp right here, and that is one of the notes we're going to play. So if you've got a C sharp, this note, which we normally would call C in other keys, would be called B sharp in this key. And then we have D sharp there. So let's hear that real quick with the track and see what we can do, and then I'll stop playing and you play along on your own. Your turn. Okay, so now let's take a look at the fourth group of 3 notes that you see. We're on string number 4, frets 4, 6, and 7. So we have the notes F sharp, G sharp, and A. And let's just improvise this a little bit, just playing around with these 3 notes. I'll demonstrate real quick, and then I'll stop playing, and then it's your turn. Here we go. All right, now before we leave this example, the final thing I want to say about it real quick is that what you can do here is combine these together, all right, all of the 4 sets of 3 notes, and just improvise small phrases. This will develop your ear and help you with your phrasing a lot. Okay, so I'll play the track one more time. I won't play guitar. I'll just let you play along and improvise using all of the notes that you see on the screen now. All right, so here we go. Grab your guitar. This is all you now. All right, let's check out the next example. We'll hear it, and then we'll talk about what's going on here with this polymeter example. All right, so what's happening here is we're actually setting up a polymeter. So we're playing straight 16th notes. As you see, if you look at just the notation, forget the tab, look at the notation and you see 16th notes like you might expect to see. But if you'll notice, they're grouped in 6. So the pattern that we're playing is a group of 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it repeats again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Okay. So again, these are not 16th note triplets, where you would of course expect to see groups of 6 notes, but these are straight 16ths. So when the backing track is playing, you hear 4/4 time. And when we play 16th notes, you expect to hear groups of 4. But instead, we're playing 6 against 4, and it creates a really cool feel. So let me put the backing track on, grab your guitar, and you try this on your own now. All right, so it's a really cool effect to hear that 6 against 4. It's a very cool feel. Let's check out the next Phrygian Dominant example lick. All right, so you hear it's just a sequence of 4. There's one thing that's a little bit odd about this sequence that makes it a little bit tricky, but basically the example is this. So we're just playing 4 notes at a time. Now, normally, if we would be in, let's say, C sharp harmonic minor and the next chord was going to be C sharp, we would finish this off by playing 1 fret higher, the 21st fret. But in this case, because that is not the chord that's being played, we're going to skip over the 21st fret and play the 23rd fret. So from here, so it's a little bit of a skip, so it might feel a little bit awkward. If you're familiar with the sequence, you're just simply going up the scale, sequencing the scale, going to the next note, the next note, the next note. But when you get to the end, you're moving from the 20th fret here to the 23rd fret with the 4th finger, and then applying vibrato, immediately. That's what I was doing there, and you can try that as well. All right, before we go on, if you're looking for more neoclassical metal guitar licks that are more neoclassical harmonic minor, not necessarily Phrygian Dominant licks, check out the video I have on YouTube called 7 Neoclassical Metal Guitar Licks. All right, this next example is a very cool pedal point lick. You may have heard it before, but now we're going to do it over the Phrygian Dominant mode here. Check it out. So it's very cool. It has that, Joe Stump, Yngwie-like sound. It's an awesome sound. If you like those players, you probably like this lick because it's a really cool lick. And you hear those guys play this kind of thing quite often, okay? So basically what we're doing is we're just pedaling off of the G sharp note, so 16th fret on the high E string. And the other notes that we're playing are just right in the scale. So we have this little melody happening. In between all of these notes. So when you put it together, etc. And then it just repeats. It sounds really, really awesome. Totally cool for this style. Great to play over any Phrygian Dominant like chord progression. All right, so now let's talk about how to practice this stuff. Whenever you're playing over, Phrygian Dominant backing tracks, or you've got a song that's using the Phrygian Dominant mode, and you're trying to play the harmonic minor licks or the fifth motor harmonic minor, and to get that cool neoclassical sound, the main thing to focus on is listening. It's not so much, what the techniques are that you're going to play. You really want to listen to the feel and the timing and the rhythm of the backing track, whatever you're playing over, especially when improvising. So don't just learn the licks and then think, okay, I learned my licks and I'm going to just play them wherever and hope that they sound good. I mean, they probably will sound good if you're in the right key, but you really want to use your ear and try to match the phrasing as much as you can. And when you learn the licks, whether it's the sequence of 4 lick or the pedal point lick or whatever, experiment with it. Improvise with it. Don't just take the lick and copy it and then try and master the lick and then think that you're done. Instead, play around with it. Make variations of it. Create your own versions of it so that you can do more with these cool Phrygian Dominant licks. Now, if you want to develop lightning fast picking speed, I'll show you how in my new free guide titled How to Build Lightning Fast Guitar Picking Speed. It's totally free. Click on the link below to download your copy so that you can develop incredible picking speed even if you struggled to do so in the past or don't have a lot of time to practice. This will definitely help you.